What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Jackson. Of course, the Colts' 4-game winning streak has to end with me in attendance, which is why this recap is late. Powers here, and today I'm here to talk about the Colts versus Bengals game, which is a game we lost pretty badly by a score of 34-14, and before I get into the recap, I do just want to say, yes, I am a day late on this because I uploaded the 2 vlogs from the Cincinnati trip, and then when I got home that day, I was pretty tired, and when it came time for me to film my video, I was just exhausted, and it wouldn't have been a good video, so that's why I just held off until today to upload it and make it and all that, so yeah, that's why it's a day late, so anyway, go check out the vlogs because I put a lot of work into those. Anyway, let's get right into the game. So my first takeaway is the entire team just played like shit. I mean, there's really no other way to put it. I mean, all 3 phases just not good. Offense couldn't get anything going. The defense didn't show up. Special teams fucking struggled. And it was just an all-around bad game for the Colts. I mean, the offense literally had one good drive the entire game. And we scored a touchdown on that drive, which was a great drive. And it had the touchdown pass to Mo Alley Cox on 4th and goal, which was right in front of me, which was pretty awesome. And then after that, they did nothing. They couldn't get a single thing going after that. It's just, you cannot, as an offense, be playing like that when you're in the midst of a playoff push. Same thing for the defense. The defense had one good thing happen, and that was the Ronnie Harrison pick 6. Everything else was bad. I mean, we couldn't defend a fucking halfback screen to save our lives. You think our defense would know how to stop a screen given the fact that our offense calls them all the fucking time? I'm sure they defend them a lot in practice. You think they would know how to stop it, but no. I'm pretty sure one of the Bengals running backs got close to 100 yards off of 2 screen passes that went for big chunks, including one that went for a touchdown. And when that happened, I knew we were in trouble. But I still thought, like, after we managed to tie the game, scored 2 touchdowns in 25 seconds at the end of the first half, thought maybe, just maybe, we were going to bullshit our way into another victory. But second half, it all went downhill from there, including in special teams, because Matt Gay couldn't make a kick. He missed a field goal and an extra point. And Isaiah McKenzie muffed a punt that really lost us the game, and it was just all around, just not a good performance. Like, the officiating, too, was not great, but I'm not going to sit here and blame them because that is not the reason we lost. Like, yes, there were some questionable calls, but that is not the reason the Colts lost that game. The Colts lost that game because they played like shit. There's just no way around that. But I will say, I'm kind of glad it happened. Like, I'm never happy about a loss, but we needed to get humbled, I think. After seeing that, we are a team that needed to get humbled because we had been getting away with just victories and winning games we really shouldn't win. I mean, look at the Carolina game. We only won that game because of Kenny Moore's 2 pick 6s. We only beat New England because they fucking suck. And we only beat Tennessee off of some late game heroics and 2 blocked punts. Like, that was really all that came out of that. We just got lucky way too many times and scraped by just a little bit too many times. That we needed a loss like this to humble the team, I think. Because now they get it through their head that they're not going to be able to find ways to win every week when they have a rough game. They're going to have to play a full 60 minutes if they want to win. Because I really feel like they started to get into that mindset that, oh, it's fine, we'll find a way. They did not find a way against the Bengals. I'm glad it happened, like, in a sense, because, like I said, I think the guys needed to get humbled a little bit. So that's enough about the whole team playing like shit. I do want to talk about one specific player on our offense. His name is Gardner Minshew. Statistically, he didn't do that bad, but still, he didn't play great. I just don't. He's very inconsistent, and he's a good backup, and he's a very good backup, and he's serviceable. He can win you games, but when you ask him to make a play, it's a 50-50 whether or not you're going to get that. It's not like okay, he's going to make it happen. No, you don't know if it's going to happen. Because every good thing I said about him last week, I would say I take it all back. I don't take all of it back, but he definitely lost some points for me for me because he definitely didn't have his best game, but it's kind of hard to blame him for that loss. Just Gardner Minshew is a guy, like, he cannot carry a bad defense. Because that's another thing I forgot to mention about our defense. Our defense played really bad, and when the defense plays bad, this team is in trouble because we don't have an offense that can carry a bad defense. The defense needs to be the one carrying the offense. Because when the defense plays good, our chances of winning skyrocket because at that point, Minshew can just manage the game and do what he needs to do to get a victory. But when you ask him, when you put the game in his hands, like I said, it's really a toss-up on if he's going to make the play or not. And he didn't against the Bengals. And I can't say I'm surprised because I think he was kind of overdue for a bad game anyway. So, yeah. One positive thing I want to talk about, though, is Michael Pittman Jr. Even though we got our asses handed to us, he still did his thing. He had 8 catches for 95 yards, so he kept his streak of games with 8 catches going. So at least he looked good. Pay him, Chris Ballard. But that was really one of our only bright spots was Michael Pittman Jr. Everyone else, just not a good game. Just not a good game. That's all there really is to it. Just couldn't run the ball. Couldn't get a stop on defense. Couldn't really move the ball as an offense. It was just a rough game. And we got to be better than that. We are still in the playoffs somehow. After all that, we only dropped 1 spot because of a lot of teams we needed to lose lost on Sunday. And the one Sunday where a lot of things go our way elsewhere, we can't win our game, which is highly unfortunate. But everyone else in the South lost, except for the Titans. They beat the Dolphins somehow, which, I mean, whatever. They're not really in the thick of things. I mean, they could still make a late season run, but it's highly unlikely, in my opinion. The Dolphins are just kind of ass. They're like the worst 9-4 team in the league right now. But this video is not about the Titans. I think, because the Jags and the Texans both lost, so the AFC South standings are exactly the same. And all in all, the loss on Sunday really didn't affect the Colts that much. We're still in the playoffs because of all the tiebreakers and stuff, and we got a pretty big game coming up. But before I talk about that, I do want to name my game MVP. I'm going to say Michael Pittman Jr. just because, like I previously said, he was one of the only bright spots on our team. So, yeah, he gets game MVP this week. Play of the game this week is Rodney Harrison's pick 6 that tied the game. That was pretty cool to see right in front of me. So, yeah, next week we got a pretty big game. We do play the Steelers. But it's on Saturday, unfortunately. So I have to work, so I won't be able to watch the game live. So I'll definitely still do a recap, but I won't be able to watch the game live. I'll have to probably watch it when I get home. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But it's a big game for the playoff standings. If we win that game, we're going to still be able to set ourselves up in a pretty good position. And we still control our own destiny. So as long as we can win out, we'll be good. And I think the Bengals game was probably the hardest one left on our schedule until Week 18 against Houston. So if we can win out, we're going to set ourselves up good for a playoff run. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys liked, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And turn on the bell notifications and for everything in the description box. I've made a lot of content this weekend. I'm going to enjoy a few days away from this. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.